Lifestyle, and I'm gonna read Isaiah chapter 40, which is the chapter. Well, we didn't read the chapter. We read a verse earlier today in church. We actually read Isaiah chapter 40, verse 31. But I'm gonna go ahead and read the whole chapter. All right. So today's sermon that I went to today this morning at church was about comfort, having comfort, and not just like, hey, I'm all right, here we go. Isaiah chapter 40. Comfort, yes, comfort my people, says your God. Speak comfort to Jerusalem and cry out to her that her warfare is ended, that her iniquity is pardoned, for she has received from the Lord's hand double for all her sins. The voice of one crying in the wilderness, prepare the way of the Lord, make straight in the desert a highway for our God. Every valley shall be exalted, and every mountain hill brought low. So something huge right here is the voice of one crying in the wilderness. All right, that's actually talking about John the Baptist. So that's right there. John the Baptist actually says, "I am the one crying out in the wilderness." Now, if you're a Old Testament uh, expert, which the high priest and them were, they knew what he was talking about. Like, hey, I'm the one crying out in the wilderness. Like, oh, you're talking about Isaiah 40, verse 3. So John the Baptist said, hey, I am the one crying out in the wilderness. All right, here we go. Every valley shall be exalted, and every mountain and hill brought low. The crooked places shall be made straight, and the rough places smooth. The glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together. For the mouth of the Lord has spoken. The voice said, cry out. And he said, what shall I cry? All right. So it's always asking yourself, what can I do for God here? What shall I cry? What should I do? All flesh is grass, and all loveliness is like the flower of the field. The grass withers and the flowers fades, because the breath of the Lord blows upon it. Surely the people are grass. The grass withers, the flowers fade, but the word of our God stands forever. So, what is eternal here in life? What is eternal? The word of our God stands forever. This word is going to stand forever. This word is not going to change. Angel Dorsey, how's it going? Thank you very much for being on. Creative Maker, thank you for being on. Please like, please subscribe. Thank you very much. I really appreciate your time. I'm just reading a chapter that I heard today at the church service. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. All right. Isaiah chapter 40. All right. Comfort. He says here, Lord blows upon it. Surely the people are grass, and the grass withers, the flowers fades. Everything here on earth is gonna fade and go away. But the word of our God stands forever. This word will stand forever. This word will not change. It will stand forever. All right. So we got to stand on God's word. Yeah. Thank you very much. I appreciate. All right. O Zion, you who bring good tidings, get up into the high mountains of Jerusalem. You who bring good tidings, lift up your voice with strength. Lift it up. Be not afraid, says to the city of Judah. Behold your God, having no fear. Like, hey, don't be fearful. Behold your God. Hey, trust in God. All right. Behold, the Lord God shall come with a strong hand, and his arm shall rule for him. That's the God we serve. Behold, his reward is with him, and his work before him. He will feed his flock like a shepherd. Don't even worry about like he's gonna feed his flock like a shepherd. He will gather the lambs with his arm and carry them in his bosom and gently lead those who are with young. God's going to take care of everything. All right. That's all it's saying. Who has measured the waters, the hollow of his hand, measured heaven with a span, and calculated the dust of the earth in a measure, weigh the mountains in scales. God knows everything. Everything's been measured, everything's been calculated. Hey, you're going to be all right. And the hills in a balance, who has directed the Spirit of the Lord, or as it counsels has taught him. With whom did he take counsel, and who instructed him? They just given all your trust to the Lord and taught him in the path of justice. Who taught him knowledge and showed him the way of understanding? Here we go. Behold, the nations are as a drop in a bucket and are counted as the small dust on the scales. Look, he lifts his isles as a very little thing, and Lebanon is not sufficient to burn, nor is beast sufficient for a burnt offering. All nations before him are as nothing, and they counted by him less than nothing and worthless. To whom then will you liken God? All right. Thank you very much for being on. Please subscribe. Thank you very much. Please give me a like. Really appreciate everything. To whom then will you liken God, or what likeness will you compare to him? The workman molds an image. All right. The workman molds an image. God molds everything here. The goldsmith overspreads it with gold, and the silversmith casts silver chains. Whoever is too improvised for such contribution chooses a tree that will not rot. He seeks for himself skillful workmen to prepare carved image that will not totter. All right. Have you not known? Have you not heard? Has it not been told you from the beginning? Have you not understood from the foundation of the earth? Foundation of the earth. Hey, God is a foundation. All right. He knows everything. It's pretty much talking about God is the creator. God is the creator. Good night. All right. And Turkey. Yeah. Good night. Thank you very much for being on. Please subscribe. Turkey. Nice. That's a, never, I've never been to Turkey. Other than Europe, but not Turkey. I think I passed by Turkey. It is he who sits above the circle of earth, and the inhabitants are like grasshopper who stretches out the heavens like curtains and spread them out like a tent to dwell. He brings the prince to nothing. He makes the judges of the earth useless. Scarcely shall they be planted, scarcely shall be sown, scarcely shall their stock take root of the earth, when he will also blow on them, and they will wither, and the whirlwind will take them away like stubble. To whom then will you liken me, or to whom shall I equal? Says the Holy One. Who is equal to God? Nobody. He is the creator. All this talking about, he is the creator. He is the creator. Like it's just example after example. The goldsmith overspreads his gold. The silverman casts his silver chains. Um, right. So he pretty much does everything. The worksman molds an image. Who's the worksman? God. All right. He molds everything. Here we go. Chapter 40, verse 25. To whom will liken me, or whom shall I equal to the Holy One? Lift up your eyes and high and see who created these things. Who created these things? Lift up your eyes, see who created these things. Who brings out their hosts by number? Who calls them out by name? Who knows everybody by name? Be the by the greatness of his might and the strength of his power, not one is missing. He knows everyone. Why do you say, O Jacob, speak, O Israel, my way is hidden from the Lord, and my just claim is passed over by my God? Have you not known? Have you not heard? The everlasting God, the Lord, the creator of the end of the earth, neither faints nor is weary. His understanding is unsearchable. He gives power to the weak, and those who have no might, he increases strength. Even the youths shall faint and be weary, and the young men shall utterly fall. But those who wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. So, how do you get a lot of strength? Pretty much those who wait on the Lord. Wait on the Lord. Be patient. Wait on the Lord. Hey, I'm waiting on the Lord every day. I'm waiting on the Lord every day. Shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles, flying like they shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not be faint. All right. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you for your time. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna read a little bit more, and then I'm gonna wrap it up. All right. Just trying to do something quick here. There we go. Who raised up one? Here we go. Chapter 41. Keep silence before me, O coastland, and let the people renew their strength. Let them come near and let them speak. Let us come near together for judgment. Who raised up one from the east? Who is the righteous called him to his feet? Who gave the nation before him and made him rule over kings? Of course, we're talking about God here. Who gave them as the dust to his sword, as driven stubble to the bow? Who pursued them and passed safely by the way that he had not gone with his feet? Who had performed and done it, calling the generations from the beginning? I, the Lord, am the first and the And with the last, I am He. All right. Who is God? I am He. God is He. I am He. I am. All right. That's another thing to remember. I am. Remember, Jesus says that I am. He says, I am. And it's like, what? So you must be God. All right. You're God. If you say I am, that means you're God. It's like, are you the son of God? Like, I am. Are you God? I am. All right. So that word I am is huge in the Old Testament. And then finally Jesus says it in the New Testament. I am. The coastlands saw it and feared. The end of the earth were afraid. They drew near and came. Everyone helped his neighbors and said to his brother, be of good courage. So the craftsman encouraged the goldsmith. He who smooths with the hammer inspired him who strikes an anvil, saying, it is ready for soldering. Then he fastened it with pegs, that it might not totter. But you, Israel, are my servant, Jacob, who I've chosen, to descendants of Abraham, my friend, you whom I've taken from the end of the earth and called from the farthest region, and said to you, you are my servant. I have chosen you and I have not cast you away. All right. Abraham is the chosen seed, the beginning. All right. And he's going to build all nations starting with Abraham, many nations. All right. That is the book of Genesis, starting with Abraham. All right. Abraham. Says Jacob, whom I've chosen, the descendants of Abraham. So it's Abraham, Jacob, who I've taken from the end of the earth and called from its furthest region and said to you, you are my servant. I've chosen you and have not cast you away. The the descendants of Abraham. Who's the descendants of Abraham? Jewish people. All right. Israel. Israelites. And then the Jewish people. All right. Fear not, for I am with you. Also, how do you know who is a descendant of Abraham? Hey, they had to follow the Old Testament, the circumcision, right? That's a sign. And the Passover, celebrate the Passover. Like, hey, I'm part of the descendant of Abraham. I celebrate the Passover and I do the circumcision. Now, yeah, I think they still have to do the circumcision. I think that's still part of course, I wouldn't know. I'm not a descendant of Abraham. I'm just a follower of Christ. But it's important to know the history, right? And it starts with Abraham, all right? It says here, fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. So fear not, because you are with God. Fear not, for I am with you. God is telling you that. Fear not, because I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. Yes, I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Right hand. Behold, all those who were incensed against you shall be ashamed and disgraced. They shall be as nothing, as those who strive with you shall perish. You're one of God's people. Hey, God is their enemy. All right. If you're one of God's people, uh, people that are against you are God's enemy. All right. God is with you. People that are against you are God's enemy. So it's saying, I will straighten you, God's people. I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous hand. Behold, all those who are incensed against you shall be ashamed and disgraced. They shall be as nothing. Those who strive with you shall perish. Of course, it's talking about the Jewish people, but if you're a follower of Christ, you're a follower of God, hey, um, God is with you, and those who are against you are his enemy. All right, that's all I'm saying here. But remember that we're in the Old Testament, so it is talking about the Jewish people. It's talking about the Israelite. That's why we have to be on the Jewish side. All right. So I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna wrap this up. Thank you very much for being on. I just want to do a quick Bible study.